Recognizing Quranic Arabic. Connecting recitation to meaning. Many of us understand the Quran when we read translation. But during recitation, that meaning does not always return in the moment. This course is about reconnecting recitation to meaning. Why recognizing Arabic matters. The Quran is meant to be a reminder. A reminder is meant to be heard again and again. Understanding the message once is important, but reminders are meant to return to the heart repeatedly during recitation and reading. Recognizing Arabic helps that reminder stay present as the Quran is recited. There are two common paths people take to understand the Quran. One path is learning Arabic fully. It takes time, but eventually meaning comes to mind naturally during recitation and reading. The other is the more common path. We read translation or listen to Tafseer, and we understand the message clearly. But later during recitation or reading, that meaning does not always return in the moment. This is the gap many people experience. This is the gap that MAP addresses. MAP bridges understanding to recall, so meaning begins to return while the Quran is being recited and read. The MAP approach is simple and flexible. First, read the translation or listen to Tafseer to understand the message. Second, map Arabic words to that meaning. This course focuses on this step, training you to recognize common words and small additions that appear repeatedly in the Quran. Third, reinforce through recitation. As you keep listening and reading, mapping becomes easier and recognition grows naturally. Over time, something important happens. Meaning begins to come to mind while the Quran is being recited or read. This is not about memorizing, and it is not a replacement for learning Arabic. It is a gentle approach that fits into what you are already doing. Before we begin, one important point. Arabic does not map word for word into English. Arabic sentence order is different, and some meaning is carried in endings and small additions. So do not expect to build the English sentence directly from each Arabic word. Map is not translation. Map is recognition of meaning. Now try the map technique on this verse. Remember, the English translation at the bottom is not built word by word from Arabic. It represents the final meaning. First, take a moment to read the English translation and understand the overall message. Click pause now if you need time. Now, look at the Arabic. Use the word-by-word translation as a guide to see how individual Arabic words connect to that meaning. Do not worry if you do not recognize every word. Focus only on the words that feel easy or familiar to you. Click pause now if you need time. Next, the recitation will be played. As you listen, try not to look at the English translation below. If you need help, you may glance at the word-by-word translation instead. We do this because Arabic sentence structure is different from English, and we want you to become familiar with how Arabic carries meaning as it is actually recited in the Quran. Click pause now and continue when you are ready to hear the recitation.
وَلِلَّهِ مُلْكُ السَّمَاوَاتِ شيء قدير.
How did that feel? Once you map an ayat like this, it tends to stay with you. When you hear it recited or read it again, the meaning comes back more easily. What you just experienced shows how this course helps. First, there is an immediate reward. Even small moments of recognition can change how you listen. Meaning begins to surface during recitation, and Salah and daily recitation can start to feel different. Second, there is long-term growth. This approach builds confidence without overwhelm. Quranic Arabic begins to feel more familiar and approachable. And over time, it prepares you for deeper Arabic learning when you are ready. Here's what you will learn in this course. Across 12 short lessons, we focus on recognition, not memorizing long lists or studying complex grammar. You will recognize common Quran words, notice small additions that affect meaning, and hear familiar words stand out during recitation. Over time, meaning begins to return more naturally while reading and in Salah. And there is a reason this grows quickly. About 60 common words appear in nearly half of the Quran. So every word you recognize reinforces itself again and again. These lessons are designed to fit into your routine. Move at your own pace and revisit whenever helpful. Let us begin with Lesson 1.